Okay, we're going to call the 21st meeting of the Village Board of Trustees, the Village of Depew, January 13th, and we're a little bit late tonight. We're at about 7:06, 7:07. Pledge from Trustee Kraft, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's remain standing for a minute. We meet to serve our community, to use our resources wisely and well, to represent all members of our community fairly, to make decisions that promote the common good. We recognize our responsibility to the past and the future, and the rights and the needs of both individuals and community. As trusted servants, we seek blessing on our deliberations and on our efforts here today. May we act wisely and well. Amen. Okay, we'll go. Notification of fire exits, please.
The emergency exits are located to my left in the rear of the room. In the event of an emergency or alarm, please move in an orderly fashion to the exits and evacuate the building.
Need a roll call?
Trustee Moravsky.
Here.
Trustee Zimba.
Here.
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Here.
And Mayor Peterson.
Here. First item, approve the board meeting minutes from the December 23rd, 2024 meeting.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to approve the board meeting minutes. December 23rd, 2024.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. There's somewhat of a light agenda for tonight. For those in the audience and online, you can have any comments or questions on agenda items only initially. So first up tonight is we have permission for a new member, the Depew Fire Department, the Junior Firefighter Program. Next up is authorize the Police Department contract with Flock Safety. Chief McNamara, just a brief overview of the Flock system.
So we're looking to place 8 cameras strategically throughout the village to incorporate them with the use of flock cameras that are already being utilized in Cheektowaga as well as the town of Lancaster. They're utilized throughout Western New York. They've been very successful in helping us assist in solving crimes, capturing criminals, and prosecuting successfully.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Next resolution, appoint a Department of Public Works motor equipment operator. Dan Whippick, is that the way you say it?
Yes.
Dan's been with us a couple of years, maybe?
About 4.
Oh, is it?
5, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Next resolution is appoint the inspectors for the election, the 2025 village election, which is in March, and it'll be held on March 18th, 2025. And it looks like we have 2 chairmen and 6 other inspectors. The election on that day is from 12 noon until 9 p.m. for 2 trustees and a village justice. Next resolution is the award agreement. We resolve for Dave Britton from Nussbaum and Clark. Receive requirements. Where are we at with this? It's for D Donato, right? This is with the culvert on Warner Drive.
Yes. They're doing our culvert on the Morano Drive as
Gotcha.
well.
Next resolution, accept the resignation of 1, 2, 3 people from our recreation department. And that's the agenda. Anybody has any comments or questions from the audience? Seeing that there's none, is there any online?
Nope.
All right, let's rock and roll then. Resolution number 1, permission for membership to the Depew Fire Department, Volunteer Fire Department, the Junior Firefighter Program.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion to move for its adoption. Be it resolved, membership is hereby granted to the following in the Depew Fire Department Junior Firefighter Program pending the passing of his physical. Junior Firefighter Jaden Kerwin.
I second the motion.
A roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Second resolution, authorize a police contract with Flock Safety.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the Village of Depew Police Department would like to enter into a 3-year contract with Flock Safety for the purpose of providing 8 cameras to enhance the safety and security throughout the Village of Depew. These cameras will be strategically placed, 7 fixed and 1 mobile, to integrate with the town of Cheektowaga and the town of Lancaster and the other multiple jurisdictions who have deployed this technology, resulting in faster police response times, quicker and more efficient resolutions to crimes, unsafe situations, and citizens in distress. Be it resolved, the Village of Depew Police Department is allowed to enter into a 3-year contract with Flock Safety for the purpose of providing 8 cameras and to enhance the safety and security throughout the Village of Depew.
I second the motion.
Get a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
No, and I request a minute of personal privilege from the chair to speak on the matter.
Sure, certainly.
I have spoken prior from this seat here at an open meeting, my opposition to the Flock safety cameras. My position remains unchanged for a number of reasons. I'll touch on some, but in my career, I've seen cameras placed on law enforcement officers. I've had the privilege of representing those, and they had concerns when they had to put those cameras on. And for some of them same reasons, I had the same concerns here. I get it, it's not comfortable to be under camera for a full day's work. These are on 24/7. I believe we give our officers plenty of resources and the equipment to do their jobs effectively, and I also believe they do just that. I feel that these cameras are intrusive to people's day-to-day lives, and I respect the opinion of the board and the decision of the other members of this board. That's it, thanks.
Thank you, Trustee Zimba. Trustee Kraft?
No.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
No, and I'd also like a moment of to speak on the matter.
Yes.
Thank you. So I just wanted to make my stance known. I am all for giving the police department the resources it needs to move forward with their day-to-day work. I arrived to my decision with 3 points, which I will touch on right now. The first point being that fiscally I was concerned. Upon our first meeting with Flock, I had voiced my concerns on the issue of cost. By the time we were able to meet with Cheektowaga and discuss with their police force on the matter of Flock, Cheektowaga had stated that Flock had already increased the price of that they were being charged from Flock, and it's not just one overall cost, it's a cost per camera, so this can add up and compound over time. I'd be worried at our cost and what the budget would look like down the line. Second, I want to touch on the ability of where the data is stored. At this time, I was able to discuss with Flock that all data and photographs and footage is stored on AWS servers. These are Amazon servers. While they do state that images are disposed after 10 days, unless they are saved down, we do not know what is being done with the data on the back end. For that reason, data mining is the next gold rush, and so to trying to protect my village's data and their whereabouts in their day-to-day lives, if they so choose and don't fully they're not fully accepting that they're having these watchful eyes put on them and their vehicles. That is my second reason. And my third reason is that currently both the towns that Depew resides in, both town of Lancaster and town of Cheektowaga, both have access to these cameras. Fortunately for us, the Depew Police Department is able to request an access to help them solve crimes. So in a way, we have access to these already. I have seen the maps of where the cameras are located, and while it doesn't fully cover the village of Depew, and I acknowledge that, at this time, I think for the vast majority, we would be covered in ways that we would be able to access cameras at certain times for certain circumstances. And for those three reasons at this time, I vote no. However, I am open to revisit in the future. Thank you.
And Mayor Peterson.
Well, I'm voting yes. I'm disappointed in the outcome of the vote today. This is an opportunity that was different than 2 years ago, when it would fall on the direct taxpayer in order to pay for it. This is money that was allocated by the state of New York. Yes, it's our money, and when you want to really look at it all the way down the line, but these are an opportunity that the state gave us 2-3 times the amount of money that our neighbors next door to us was given. And it was an opportunity to put us in line with the rest of them. So disappointed that it's gone down to defeat, but my vote was yes.
And that motion is not carried.
Next resolution, appoint the Department of Public Works motor equipment operator pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law. I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Dan Whippick to the position of Public Works MEO effective January 15, 2025. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Next resolution, appoint inspectors for the election, the 2025 village election.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved pursuant to Section 15-116 of the Village Election Law of the State of New York, the following inspectors of election are hereby appointed to serve at the specified amount of $185.00 for the chairman and $165.00 for the inspectors per day for the general village election to be held on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. This list is from Erie County Board of Elections for certified inspectors and will be used to fill the positions and any alternate necessary to adequately run the elections. Please see attached list.
I second that motion.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
That list included chair people, Sharon Newsel, Jim Newsel, inspectors Nancy Forsythe, Linda Palm, Michael Copara, Andrea Zimmerman, Paul Walters Sr., and Gary Fryer. Next resolution, award agreement.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of David Britton, engineer for the Village of Depew with Nussbaumer and Clark Incorporated, has reviewed the requirements for consulting selection and in consideration of the prior award by the Village of Lancaster. Herein recommends that the Village of Depew enter into an agreement with D. Donato Associates, 689 Main Street, Buffalo, New York, 14203, to provide engineering services for the design and construction phase of the Warner Drive Culvert Replacement Project. New York State Department of Transportation, PIN number 5764.53.
I second the motion.
A roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Next resolution, accept the resignation of Recreation Department employees.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion, move for its adoption. Be it resolved, the resignation of Recreation Department rink guard Eben Borkowski, effective December 23rd, 2024, is accepted. And be it further resolved, the resignation of Recreation Department laborer Sam Radka, effective January 13th, 2025, is accepted. And be it further resolved, the resignation of Recreation Department rink guard David Ragel, effective January 20th, 2025, is accepted.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Next item, department head reports for the Police Department, December of 2024, and the annual report for 2024.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we accept the police report for December 2024 and the annual report for 2024.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Seeing there's no unfinished or other business, and we don't have any guests for public concerns and comments, but for the record, we'll go around for the department heads and give a brief summary of what's happening. We'll start with DPW. Kent Pick.
Not too much, we're still picking up Christmas trees, you don't have to call. Just a reminder to keep your sidewalks and hydrants clear and not to plow snow onto corners and intersections, stuff like that.
Director Kevin Ferguson.
Learn to skate, I was over there tonight, this is that third session, there's 24 kids in that session, so it's pretty crowded. This weekend, we have a really big hockey tournament coming in, so the rink is closed like Friday, Saturday, and half of Sunday. And he did compensate us for not having open skate on Saturday. He put that in the check as well.
Nice.
And open skate's going pretty well, except for when the Bills play.
Okay, we'll go to our fire department, volunteer fire department, Chief Musilak.
Good evening, everyone. Since our last meeting, we've had 24 calls. We finished with 401 calls for 2024, and we're at 14 calls year-to-date. Our utility truck is in the process of getting finished up, the paint and the finishing details to it. We're hoping end of the month, end of January, beginning of February, to hopefully receive delivery and have that in service by the end of February, beginning of March, if everything goes right. And other than that, just a little safety tip for everybody. When our first responders are out working the roadway, it's year-round, 365 days a year, but especially during the wintertime with the roads being slippery and iced over. Please just be respectful. If you see an accident or you see a fire truck or a police car or an ambulance with its lights on the side of the road, please just slow down, use caution, and just pay attention to what's going on around you. We need to protect our first responders, and sometimes they can get a little dicey working out in the roadway. So that's it.
On the other side of the table, Chief McNamara.
For the year 2024, the Depew Police Department handled 13,554 complaints. 1,310 of those were criminal complaints. We lost 29 vehicles to theft. Recovered 27, 20 of them locally and 7 in other jurisdictions. 366 property damage only accidents, 62 injury accidents, and 1 fatal this past year. 4 pedestrians struck and 4 bicyclists. We arrested a total of 428 individuals. 308 of those were males. Issued 536 parking tickets and 3,775 traffic signs.
Building department, we have Don Belfield and Kate Zakanachik.
Not a whole lot this week. We got a couple new businesses that came in. Elegant Nails, it's a nail salon up at 6260 Transit Road. And Nicked Flex Jewelry has partnered up with Goldsmith Jewelers in the, what's the name of it? Transit Hill Plaza. Just want to put something out there about people keeping their sidewalks clear of the snow, around hydrants if they're on your property, and bus stops and things of that nature. And that's all I have. Okay.
No.
What was that new business opening up by Bloomfields?
I believe
the
it's going to
sushi
be a
place?
sushi place or Asian
sushi.
food. Yeah, it's called Kiku. It's nearing completion. They're in the final stages to get that place.
If
open.
you go there, is there a place to park and all?
Oh, yeah, they've got parking in the front and back.
Gotcha. Our legal from Sam Allen.
I don't have much. The few Article 7 cases we have are trucking along. Pleased to report my other job has finally hired someone else, so I've got a little bit of relief, and hopefully I'll be catching up on the things I'm very aware I owe the building department and the police department. So, thank you again for your patience.
Thank you.
Administrator Gronkowski.
We put out at the end of December our calendar of events for the coming year. So it's on our Facebook page, it's on our website, we have it posted throughout the building. We have a lot of amazing events coming up, starting with Arbor Day and going straight through to our tree lighting. So, very busy summer especially, but stay tuned, we'll update times and everything like that, but we're very excited to have that rolling so you can kind of plan how you want to spend your time with us at the Village of Depew.
Trustee Zimba.
I have a NEST meeting, Northeast South Towns Home Hazardous Waste Management, next week, Wednesday. Get to that and give you an update on what's going on there. Happy New Year to everybody. That's all.
Trustee Morosky.
I have nothing. Thank you.
Trustee Kraft.
Nothing, just happy 2025. Make sure you're washing your hands. Everything is really gross and sick out there. I started off 2025 with the norovirus, so wash your hands, please.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
I think just wanted to bring up that we also have a community meeting gathering on Wednesday, the 22nd of January at the Pavilion in Fireman's Park. Just wanted to make sure that was
7 p.m.
Who's going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
Oh, I'm asking you.
Oh, I'll be there, and hopefully some of the public, and if they want to address any concerns, hopefully they can bring ideas and other things to the forum. Any department heads want to be there as well, then we'll be happy to hopefully have some people to discuss and create some collaboration in our village.
And what time?
7 p.m. at Fireman's Park
Okay.
It's in the pavilion.
in the pavilion.
Let's see, what else we got?
Just a point of, if everybody going home and everybody driving right, there's a water break on French Road by Rite Aid. Try to avoid that area, please. It was pretty bad.
We had that during the weekend too, didn't we?
This one was bad. I mean, it was flowing over into the parking lot, so there's a little store there and down.
Right at the intersection there?
It's, they've got Rite Aid's first entrance on French Road blocked off. I believe it's right over there. So try to avoid it.
So we have a new ice skating rink.
We will.
All right, and then just moving forward here, the next month, we'll be holding department head meetings, each of our departments, as we get into the final 4 months of this current budget year. That'll be at the end of February. It's an opportunity for them to bring to us any ideas that they'd like to see us spend money on in the budget. We also, the plan ahead, will be doing a public hearing for some park property that is going to be given back to the village from the Depew school system. It'll be between our West Dawson Playground Park and the outfield of the historic West Dawson ball field. We're looking to do a lacrosse/soccer facility. Mr. Rector? Okay. And there'll be a public hearing, so watch for notifications. This will be probably at the end of February. That's pretty much all I got. Any questions online?
No. Let me double. No.
Anybody watching?
Paul? No.
No, it won't be.
Gotta come here, he would have to come here to watch.
No?
One.
I better stop advertising because nobody's even showing up. All right, we'll do claims and accounts.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that the claims and accounts have been audited by the Finance Committee and are approved for payment as follows.
In the general fund, $250,612.91. Zero community development, zero sewer fund, $29,844 in the capital projects, for a total of $280,456.91.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And carried. Finally, the adjournment for tonight.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the motion for adjournment. At 7:33.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.